Good evening, IPSD. Struck that Bob. And happy International Pipe Smoking Day. And I thought it'd be a really good day to smoke my meerschaum that was my Uncle John's. You've seen the video. I have scrubbed my hands. Obviously I get dirty at work. I've scrubbed my hands so I don't mucky up a beautiful bowl. And in it we've got Uncle John's favourite, Balkan Sobrani. And I'm really pleased because I've put a bowl in and I've got enough for another bowl, maybe 2 small ones. So, on International Pipe Smoking Day, with my fantastic Turkish International Uncle John's pipe, and I'm sure he will be so pleased I'm smoking it today. I was going to smoke it on Friday, like I said, but we had a busy time. It was big family dinner night, middle lad's birthday and stuff, so didn't get a chance. However, tonight's the night. I hope everyone's had a really good day. And because it's a meerschaum and it's my Uncle John, I'm using matches. Hope it stays lit. I never had a new meerschaum, so it's going to be fantastic to watch, to see it change and alter. And so, had a great day at work today. It's been lovely. And as it's International Pipe Smoking Day, and there is something very dear to my heart, and you can fast forward or whatever. I'm going to read you a passage from The Lord of the Rings. Now this is in the beginning, it's the prologue, it's not the actual story. You can't get more international, can you, than Middle Earth? Concerning pipeweed. There is another thing about hobbits of old that must be mentioned, an astonishing habit. They imbibed or inhaled, through pipes of clay or wood, the smoke of the burning leaves of a herb, which they called pipeweed, or a leaf, a variety probably of Nicotiana. A great deal of mystery surrounds the origin of this peculiar custom, or art, as the hobbits prefer to call it. All that could be discovered about it in antiquity was put together by Meriadoc Brandybuck, later Master of Buckland. Now, Meriadoc Brandybuck, if you've watched the films, read the book, is Merry, who goes on the adventure. Merry and Pippin. And since he and the tobacco of the South Farthing play a part in the history that follows, his remarks in the introduction to his herb lore of the Shire may be quoted. This, he says, is the one art that we can certainly claim to be our own invention. When hobbits first began to smoke is not known. All the legends and family histories take it for granted. For ages, folk in the Shire smoked various herbs from Fowler, some sweeter, but all accounts agree that Tobold Hornblower of Longbottom in the South Farthing first grew the true pipeweed in his garden in the days of Isengrim, the second about the year 1070 of Shire reckoning. The best homegrown still comes from that district, especially the varieties now known as Long Bottom Leaf, Old Toby and Southern Star. How Old Toby came by the plant is not recorded, for to his dying day he would not tell. He knew much about herbs, but he was no traveller, and it is said that in his youth he went often to Brie, though he certainly never went further from the Shire than that. It is thus quite possible that he learned of this plant in Brie, where now, at any rate, it grows well on the south slopes of the hill. The Brie hobbits claim to have been the first actual smokers of the pipeweed. They claim, of course, to have done everything before the people of the Shire, who they referred to as colonists. But in this case, their claim is, I think, likely to be true. And certainly it was from Brie that the art of smoking the genuine weed spread in the recent centuries among dwarves and such other folk, rangers, wizards or wanderers, as still passed to and fro through that ancient road meeting. The home and centre of the art is thus to be found in the old Inn of Brie, the Prancing Pony, that has been kept by the family of Butterbur for time beyond record. All the same observations that I have made on my own many journeys south have convinced me that the weed itself is not native to our part of the world, but came northward from the lower Anduin, whither it was, I suspect, originally brought oversea by the men of Westernese. It grows abundantly in Gondor, and there is richer and larger than in the north, where it is never found wild, and flourishes only in warm, sheltered places, like Longbottom. The men of Gondor call it sweet Galenas, and esteem it only for the fragrance of its flowers. From that land it must have been carried up the Greenway during the long centuries between the coming of Elendil and our own days, but even the Dunedain of Gondor allow us this credit. Hobbits first put it into pipes. Not even the wizards first thought of that before we did, though one wizard that I knew took up that art long ago and became as skillful in it as in all other things that he put his mind to. And I believe he's referring to Gandalf. If you stuck with it, I can read in my head better than I can read aloud. My pipe's gone out. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I shall smoke my beautiful Meerschaum and have a lovely, relaxing evening. Look after your families, guys, and peace be with you.